So team keep it clean. I had to come on here and get with y'all about this one because I seen a lot of people going crazy over it over the past couple of days. Now, it was said that in yesterday's practice, well, by the time you've seen this, it will have been a couple of days. But in yesterday's practice, the Ravens quarterbacks, I think they threw what, like 9 interceptions, some big number like that. And it had a lot of people going crazy. A lot of Ravens fans were flipping out. Like, oh my goodness, I thought we were getting a new offense. I thought we were going to be better. Man, we suck. We're terrible. Our quarterbacks are bad. Why we do that? And a lot of people was really upset. But this is why context is so important. It's so important. You can't just always just go by the big headline because a lot of times there's a lot more meaning behind it. And this is a prime example of just that. So, yes, the Ravens quarterbacks, they threw 9 interceptions that day. I think they said Lamar threw 4, and I forgot what the numbers were for the other guys. But, man, somebody, starting quarterback threw 4 interceptions. What? How could he do that? What's wrong with Lamar? What's going on with him? But then you think about it, too. Like, is this a real game? Well, he did do it in the real game once against the Browns, but the Ravens still won that game. I don't know how, but they still won that game. But anyway, that was my first thinking. Like, that's why I never trip over it because one, it's practice. It's not a real game. So get it out your system. Lamar, you want to take extra risks? Get it out do your thing. Now, I'm not saying he ain't gonna take risk in the regular season because he will, but hey, try it. Try it. Test yourself. Push yourself. See, this is why I really I hope that Giro was gonna do it, but it doesn't seem like the Ravens offense really did. So hopefully Todd Monken is doing it. I really wanted to see our offensive coordinator really push Lamar, push him, bring out the best in him, really work him, try him, make him go through all these different trials and tests and whatnot. Really push him to the max so you can get the most out of him. Find out what his strengths are, even though I'm sure he knows that already but from watching tape and watching film and all that. But in person, find out what his strengths are, find out what his weaknesses are, and try to make his strengths stronger and his weaknesses stronger. Do that. Go get everything you can out of Lamar Jackson because we want to see him maximize. I feel like Lamar Jackson remind me of Shredder. He reminded me of Shredder from Ninja Turtles before he got the ooze. So he was powerful before he got the ooze, but once he got the ooze, he was unstoppable. So I feel like with the offense, they haven't brought out Super Shredder yet. Lamar Jackson with the ooze, so hopefully moving forward they'll get that. But so that was one thing. It's practice. But then it's even more context because two things about the defense. One, hello, the defense, they out there too. Like I feel like a lot of people when they hear about stuff like that, they make it like, all right, our offense, they got to be the ones that's always winning. The offense got to be the ones that's always getting the best of the defense and whatnot. That's how it should always be. And like the defense don't never win. Because what if the defense never won in practice? Then, hey, they might go out to the regular season games and may never win in those either. I mean, you go to last season and to the end of the halves and the end of fourth quarters and all that, they ain't do a lot of winning there. But anyway, so yeah, the defense, they play too. It ain't just offense that plays in practice and the games and all. So defense got a job too. Those guys get paid. Those guys got responsibilities and whatnot. But then the biggest part of the context that was missing from everything that and what's crazy is that people heard about it and they were still tripping. But still, okay, if somebody didn't hear about it, let's clear it up. This was an intentional practice that gave the defense an advantage because they were practicing third and longs. They were practicing third down and longs. So that puts the offense at a disadvantage, and that puts the defense at an advantage. Pass rushers just go get the quarterback. Cornerbacks could drop back and just wait. So when the defense has an advantage and they take an advantage of that advantage, okay. But this was the Ravens practicing situational football. And with them practicing situational football, that's a beautiful thing. I love it. But then on top of that, they were really trying them. They're trying the offense. They're putting them in them tough situations. Because, say for instance, you go through training camps, you go through the practices and stuff, and you don't practice third and longs. You go through the whole training camp, you don't practice third and long. Or even if you don't practice it that often. You get to the real game. You don't practice situationally. You haven't practiced situationally in training camp and practice and all that. But then you get to the real game, and that situation comes up. You'll be looking around like, oh, hey, what are we supposed to do? What you want me to do, coach? Like, so this is why this is good. This is good. It's good that they getting through this stuff now. They making the mistakes now. It's much better, and of course they're gonna make the mistakes in the regular season. So don't get me wrong about that. But it's much better if you make the mistakes now rather than making more of them in the regular season. Mistakes are gonna happen, but it's better to do more mistakes now than more mistakes in the regular season. Like think about when you, not even when you, a lot of y'all may be in school. Say for instance you in school, and how the teachers would let you do a practice test. They let you do a practice test before the real test. Some of my favorite teachers, those are the ones that let you do the practice test. And then when you take the real test, it's the exact same thing. And you'll be like, yes. But anyway, teachers let you take a practice test. You take the practice test. You make mistakes. They come over and they look at it. They're like, oh, okay, here's what you should have done. You should have went like this. You should have carried the one, da-da-da-da. So you made the mistakes on a practice test, but your teacher showed you your mistakes and let you learn from your mistakes. So then when it's time to take the real test, hopefully you don't make those same mistakes. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with the Ravens and the offense, the whole 9-interception thing that got blown out of proportion like crazy. It's the same thing. Let them make the mistakes now. Teach them from it, and then move on. Easy, simple as that. Simple as that. So it's no reason to get all worked up about it. There's no reason to get all upset about it. Be like, oh my goodness, the Ravens offense is terrible. No. You ain't got to do all that. And now, maybe this, maybe this is why Todd Monken said the other day, like, hey, this Ravens offense, they ain't good yet. Maybe this is why. But no, seriously, I just, it ain't nothing to trip about. Even when he said that the other day, like I said, I think it is just to make sure that they don't take their foot off the gas. Make sure that they don't let up. So I think that's all he's doing. And that's what a coach should do. That's what a leader should do. Make sure the people that they're leading, they don't let up. So hopefully these Ravens don't let up. If we got to hear about more 9-interception practices, okay, so be it. Now, hopefully he ain't doing that too much. But again, it's practice, man. It's practice. Shout out to Allen Iverson, man. Shout out to AI. We talking about practice. We tripping about practice. We getting worked up over practice. We shouldn't be getting like this over practice. Now, I will say, practice is where everything starts. So I ain't going to take that away. But again, the context with this part of practice, like if it was just regular offense, they were doing a training camp and they were just doing regular offense for regular defense, not situation or anything like that, just running. And there were all these interceptions and whatnot. It could be concerning. But then context will be important with that too. Because we heard the other day, and we've seen it in football too, and it's I hate it for quarterbacks, but like if a quarterback throws a perfect pass and the receiver drops it, and then the defender catches a pick, that goes on the quarterback. They're gonna say, hey, that interception still goes on your stat sheet. And I'm like, I'll be feeling bad for quarterbacks, but that could happen. That's why football is the ultimate team sport, because no one man can do it alone. But anyway, again, context is everything. Context is key. Context is important. So make sure, before you get worked up over something, especially with football, especially with training camp and all that, the different videos and highlights you see and all that stuff, make sure you look at the context, because that'll save you a whole lot of trouble. I love y'all, Team Keep It Clean. I appreciate y'all, Team Keep It Clean. You don't need no context with that, because the love is real. So much love to y'all. Appreciate y'all support and appreciate y'all for everything that y'all do. And we out.